sounds like Cami. Maybe she's still like me and still on that royal vibe, and she was thinking about the Duchess of Cambridge. I don't know. I mean, how awesome was that wedding? Hi friends, and welcome back to Cami's Corner, where today I am bringing you an unboxing of sorts. I say of sorts because, of course, if you follow me here on my channel, you know that I love to do unboxings, and I have a couple that I do. But when I do an unboxing, I usually wait to get the box and then I will open it and share it with you as I am just learning of the contents. That is not the case in this box unveiling, because this particular box is a little bit more personalized and personal to me. It is tailored for my likes. So let me kind of give you the backstory on how this box came about. So a few months ago, I had uploaded a video here to my channel. It was a follow-up to the newbie tag, and that was newbie tag 2.0. If you haven't yet done those two videos and you are a creator, I do highly encourage you to do so, because it's videos like those that kind of give people a more human side to you. It gives people an insight to things other than what you discuss on your channel, and I think that's important to make friends and kind of make yourself more relatable, and it opens up your channel to making a lot of friends in different areas, which is cool. So that was a very beneficial video for me and how I came across the gentleman who created this box. So in the comment section, I always go through the comments because I think it's very important to keep that line of communication open. Two, if you are a creator and you're trying to get more exposure to your channel and wondering, how do I fit in here in the booktube community, or how do I make friends, that's exactly how you do it. Make sure that you're keeping the conversation alive and fluid. So he had made a comment on my video, and it prompted me to go and check out to see if he in fact was just a YouTube watcher or a creator himself. Well, it turns out he is a booktuber, he is a YouTuber, and he is very much a creator. He is a writer, and I thought that was super cool. So I wanted to get to know him a little bit better and see if his writing was something that I might be interested in. So of course I started watching some of his videos, and lo and behold, he had written a middle grade book, and I was so over the moon about it. I was like, okay, great, I need to figure out how to get my hands on a copy of that. Well, he made it super easy for me to figure that out. He then followed it up with a video, and I will be linking his channel and this video that I'm referring to down below, so you can go out and check his videos out also and see if his material and content is something that you might enjoy, and of course subscribe to him and check out his work. But he did a video where he introduced this box, and it is called the Estrada crate, and he created this label, and he uses recycled boxes too. Sephora. So I'm thinking, yeah, I know this label very well. Nonetheless, I love the concept that he uses recycled boxes because he is environmentally conscientious, which I am as well. And the video goes through kind of an array or an assortment of all the different types of boxes that he offers. So depending on what you're looking for, he's got something at every price point from $20 to $100. And he does ship all over the United States, to Canada, and to Puerto Rico at this time. He is a Puerto Rican native. And he will go through on that video telling you, all the different types of boxes that you can select. But I thought this was a really cool way to kind of sample some of his other work. So included in the box is a personalized letter, which I love. If you are a book collector, sometimes you get like a signed autograph book, or you get a nameplate that has the author's signature. And I know those mean a lot to a fan of anyone who, purchases someone's work that they love. And this for me is really cool because I've never read any of his stuff, and he went above and beyond to write me a full personalized letter. And of course I'm not going to share that with you here, but it just goes to show you that he's really trying to get to know his his audience, his fans, people that want to learn more about his work. So that was really cool. But I can share with you just a piece of what he said in that, and that's he has other things coming. There's definitely more in the works, which is really exciting. He also indicated on his video that he would be including a posted poem. Now, when he said that, I thought, okay, this is something that has been posted, posted, somewhere else, like maybe on the internet, or, you know, from a collection that he had or something he had set aside. But no, it was a post-it. How adorable is that poem? I thought that was super cute, because I can just imagine him sitting in his own creative vibe. Something comes to him, he writes it on a post-it note, autographs it, dates it, and then numbers it and sets it aside. What is also super cool about that is you are the only recipient of that. No one else will have that poem. Now, he did indicate that on one of his collections, I believe it's the kitchen sink collection, at that point you would then get all of his post-it poems, but that's the only time you'll get a duplication out there and have something that is not specifically unique to your box. I selected what they call the sampler crate, and the reason for that is because the middle grade works obviously was included in that, and then in his description there was some other things that I knew obviously that were coming, but there is a poetry collection in there. So I told him, you know what, on that one, just surprise me, just give me what you think I might enjoy. So let me share with you what my box held. So I didn't know this at the time, but the one book that really just spoke to me and, you know, I guess I was most drawn to was the first selection here, which is called Only Human, and it happens to be his first publication, which is super cool. In addition to that, this is a series. 1 and 2, this is 1, 2 is also out, and he is working on 3 currently. But I read the synopsis on the back of the book, and it spoke volumes to me. The main character I can really resonate with, and I can completely relate to. So our main character is Nathaniel. He is a journalist who hates the news. He's kind of having a falling out, if you will, with humanity. And I know that we've all gotten there at some point where you just turn on the news, and if you're engrossed in it as a journalist, you're surrounded by it, and you're just like, you've given up hope on humanity. Everything you hear is negative, and you know the vibe. So being caught up in that world and hating what you do, but knowing that you have to do it anyhow, and then having that feeling of just kind of giving up on life in general, I've been there. Straight out of high school, I didn't even want to go to college. When I finally made the decision to do so, I wanted to be a journalist. But I made the decision that journalism was very much rigged. You're told what to say, how to say it, how you can and can present it. And I'm not that type of person. I do not like to be scrutinized, and I do not like to be pigeonholed into being told, yeah, you can be a creative writer and you can write about what you want to write about, but you have to say it this way, or you can't say this. It drives me nuts. So I decided very early on that journalism was not going to be my thing, because the only way for me to really be successful at it was to be an international journalist, and there is a tremendous amount of risk in doing that. So I just said, you know what, okay, obviously journalism isn't for me, but I do write. I have probably enough material to write books of my own, but there's always that creator question, is it good enough to publish? So I don't know, that's for another topic. Back to Nathaniel and Only Human though. So for me, that's how I could definitely relate to the character. But when I went on to read not only his questioning, you know, his profession and kind of humanity as a whole, it then goes in to say that Only Human shares the truth about vampires, Therians, which are werewolves, angels, demons, and humanity as we know it. And that is all me. If you know me, I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is laced with vampires and werewolves and all things demonic and angelic at the same time. So I am going to absolutely love this book. I already know it, and I cannot wait to dig in and share this with you on my opinion about it. So that was book 1. Book 2 was the poetry collection that he chose, and he chose for me Roulette of Rhymes. Aesthetically beautiful. All of his books are aesthetically beautiful, but this plays on human emotions. Obviously, as humans, we know that we go through a multitude of emotions, and we all deal with them very differently. So he said this to him is his most relatable poetry collection because there's something in it for everyone. So also very excited to dig into this. Now, in the collection that I chose is his bilingual collection. He is from Puerto Rico, so he writes in both English and Spanish, and he's so adorable. He's like, you know, I can replace that book with something else. I'm like, oh, so I don't speak Spanish, which I don't speak Spanish, but I am, I don't know that I've ever specifically said it, but I am from El Paso, Texas. I have recently relocated, but El Paso is and always will be home for me. And that is a border city. It borders on Juarez, Mexico. My entire young life, I was always told you need to learn Spanish, you know, whether it be for work or for, you know, personal reasons, what have you. And anytime anyone tells me I have to do something, I will do the polar opposite. It was never a fun thing. It was always more like a chore. So I didn't want anything to do with it. Another fun fact about me is I am half Spanish, which a lot of people don't know. I never really talk about that either, but I don't speak Spanish. Having grown up in a border city though, I do have a dialect for Spanish. So when people hear me say something, they're like, you really should speak Spanish. So I told them, no, definitely include it in the bundle because this will kind of fuel my desire to now maybe want to learn Spanish, that people aren't harping on me that I need to learn it. So also in the collection is 20 Viente. Viente, of course, is how you say it, 20 in Spanish. And this is a bilingual collection of his works. So I'm excited to dig into this. Which he also put a bilingual phrase or a comment in it for me at the end. Big hugs y lo mejor a ti siempre. Which is cool, because that, you know, also tells me, okay, you can do this, you got this. So excited to dig into this and see how far I can get, what I can learn off of it. A lot of people learn foreign languages from TV shows and reading stuff out of their context. You know, it kind of forces you to force it into your brain, so to speak. So we'll see how successful I become. And then lastly, of course, is the whole reason why I got the package, which is his mid-grade fantasy short story collection. And that one is called Daydreams on the Sherbert Shore. Again, look at these books. So aesthetically beautiful. I love the coloring and I am so excited to dig into this. So how is this box going to differ? Well, obviously I didn't open it with you, but I haven't read these books yet. I just got them yesterday. But I wanted to share his collection with you. And again, these are only 4 of, I believe he's got 11, maybe 12 titles out there now. He just recently published another book that came out last week. He always publishes a book on Mother's Day, which I think is absolutely beautiful. And you know, check him out. Check out his channel. His channel will be linked below. The video for the Estrada crate will be listed below. And that will give you an opportunity to go and check out a creator and contribute to his dream and his journey. And if you too are watching this and you are a creator and you want me to check out your work, leave me a comment. I love to go and check out people that are following their dreams and their passions. But I loved this concept because in his video he said, you know, there is a way that you can go and check out my entire works through Amazon, but Amazon gets a piece of that. This is a way for us to contribute that money back to the creator's pocket because Amazon is not taking a cut of this. So why would you give extra pennies to a multi-billion-dollar corporation when you can simply give it to the creator? And I think that is such an amazing way to say thank you for what you do and for wanting to do this. So if you too want to check him out, definitely go check the links. If you like it, subscribe. You know, we need to continue to support each other in this community, and especially when someone does something like this. And I know there's other creators watching that I have been subscribed to for a while, like, hey, how come you haven't showcased my work? I intend to. I think for me this was kind of a platform where I would like to do more of that. And I hear you. I know what you're about to say. Oh no, Zenith Part 2, don't do it. You're never supposed to review your friends' books. But you know me, I'm honest. I'm at times crass and bold and brassy, but that's what makes me me. So if you put out good work, you have nothing to worry about. If you don't, well, be prepared because I am honest. So keep that in mind also. If you want me to check out your work, I am going to give honest reviews, but I have no problem in reviewing things. And so if you want me to check out your content, definitely tell me where I can do so. Until then, I will get back to you as soon as I read these. I'm not going to give you a time frame as to when, but I will come back and I will let you know what I thought of this collection. But I did want to share that with you because I think it's really important to not only support from my personal level, but to share my enthusiasm and excitement for what I purchased and to let you know you have the opportunity to do the same. So JD, thank you so much. I absolutely love this collection and I am looking so forward to reading it. Until next time, friends, I will see you real soon. You take care. Bye.